So both these guys, not the best Pro League records here. 6-17, 6-14, haven't really had a good enough shot to prove themselves, but a decent amount of experience to the point where I don't think either of these guys are going to be nervous coming into today.
The teams these players play on, their teams speak very highly of these guys.
Yeah.
These guys are just really strong, really scary, but they don't have the greatest tournament results.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
And a lot of that just comes down to nerves and experience.
Yeah, that was DeParture when he first started coming out.
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
a very nervous player, younger player, obviously.
And it's tough. I mean, it's easy for somebody. Whoa, damn. Okay, now you know what's funny about this? I thought this was going to be a split bet.
Yeah, I thought it would be like 4-3 or.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, really funny that no one votes for Hurricane here.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, well, let's see what happens now. The game is loading up. If Hurricane wins this, he can close it out. Dusk Towers is our map. Ladies and gentlemen, tell your friends to join us here at SPL2016. This next match is going to be a good one. In the bottom left, DeParture. In the upper right, Hurricane.
I love those Samsung jackets, man.
They are good.
Yeah. Say they're pretty beast.
Beast mode.
This guy is still here making puns off the player's name. So.
By the way, you guys at home, you're always welcome down here at SPO.
Oh, we saw it.
We saw him. We now know his identity.
We now know the culprit. It's him. Yeah, that's a question we get asked a lot. Does it cost money to come in here?
No. I know that for some of you guys that watch, you might find it a bit redundant that I'm saying it all the time, but I promise you, I am tweeted this almost every day that there's a cast at SPO or at GSL.
Yeah.
People are like, all right, how do I reserve tickets? How do I? You just show up. Doors are open. You're welcome to come down here. Please come down.
Yeah. Got a couple of floors here in the Nexon Arena. Very nice place. I think it used to be a club. They renovated it. And,
okay, I found this out actually because I said the same thing to GTR because it looked so much like it would have been a club before, right?
Yeah.
This venue. This was a sushi place.
Yeah.
This was a sushi place. Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
This place is gigantic.
Now, maybe before it was a sushi place, it was a club.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Maybe.
Maybe the sushi place was smaller, and then they opened up more room for the club.
I don't.
Because this looks like a club.
No, because I know it looks like a club or like some kind of a theater.
Yeah.
Anyways, Protoss doing a quick expand. We've seen it 1,000 times before on this map. It's the popular way to play it. We got to wait for that cybernetics core to finish, and then we're going to figure out what exactly do they have in store for us. And as well, Zerg is just going to be playing the drone balance game. How much can he get away with, right? If he does too much, Protoss punishes. If he does too little, Protoss punishes.
Yeah, he's going to get the scout here on the double gateway, so he knows to prepare for the adept play once that cybernetics core is complete. He's already got 3 queens on the way. It's definitely going to help out a lot.
Probe is now coming out here. We'll see how much pressure these adepts can put on. I mean, initially, man, when Legacy came out, Zergs were just having a nightmare time against the adept.
Yeah.
It was just such a tough unit to deal with. I mean, just the movement patterns and, it killed workers very quickly. Okay, he's going to come out here now.
He's only going to make 2 for now. We'll see if he makes something to block there, like a Zealot. Maybe he makes 2 Stalkers. We've seen that before, too. Gonna delay on any units for now. No tech or anything coming out either.
And he's going to be coming up. Excuse me. He's going to come up here now. Now he will probably try to shade in. Now we don't know if it's a fake or not. It looks like he's actually going to commit. Already well-placed drones here, by the way.
Yeah, nothing at the third base.
And he's actually canceling that shade. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there were too many lings around there. And back at home, he's making 2 Stargates.
And we've seen this. It can be pretty good. He may start going mass Phoenixes.
Yeah.
With the mass Phoenixes, he can start picking up drones, continuing to scout, keep the Zerg back at home, while turtling up and taking a third base for himself.
Yeah, I love the placement of the Stargates, too. Very much in the middle. Hard to scout for the Zerg.
Yeah, good call with that, actually, because that placement's pretty important.
Yeah,
a lesser player would have put that on the edge of his base and would have been spotted.
It's like, hey, here, Overlord, come take a look at my base.
Look what I got.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, see, it's
double
right
Phoenix.
there.
Now, he might pull that until he has 4 Phoenixes.
Yeah, this is a strategy that you can make them so fast. Phoenixes have a pretty low build time as well that you could really surprise your opponent with like 6 or even 8 Phoenixes.
Yeah.
But Overlord is going to come in here and immediately see it, so no point in doing that anymore.
So the moment that these Phoenixes are done here, he will send these over to the bottom left and try to just clean up as much as possible, getting drones, scouting, seeing whatever else he can find. Worker count is almost 60 to almost 50 here. Zerg steadily beginning to take that lead, and that's pretty normal. This is the phase of the game where Zerg does begin to exceed the Protoss in supply for most of the rest of the game until they start to max out.
Yeah. You got those Adepts active out on the map, too. Doesn't want to allow the Zerg to be nice and comfortable, see what's coming out of the Protoss's base. And that amount of Adepts you really have to take seriously. Even just 5 can make quick work of only Lings. Unless you do have a crazy number of them, which is what he's going to rely on here.
Okay, the Phoenixes are coming up here. They're hitting these Overlords and hitting them hard.
Yeah, DeParture did not move these Overlords back. That's a pretty big mistake.
Yeah.
He's going to get nearly supply blocked here.
Okay, there's a massive number of Lings coming up here. Now, what he wants to do is try to get rid of this expansion while the Phoenixes are busy over here. It'll really come down to the SimCity setup over there back at the Protoss's base, and this is a fairly basic setup. I don't know if he can hold it for sure. Lings do back up, and you were totally right there, by the way, Valdez. I mean, he lost like a lot of Overlords, 5 Overlords already.
Yeah, and there's still a huge number of Phoenixes out, going to lose 4 drones. For now.
You got to hope that you lose some workers there so you can start building again because your supply blocked.
Yeah. He's got a couple of Queens here with a Spore, so definitely going to help out. But with this number of Phoenixes, it can get very tough.
Oh, man. Yeah, he could get that right during the transfer.
Kind of missing that one. Here we go. Finally, he's going to go for the Queen. He's got enough Phoenixes, I suppose, at this point. Can just sit over that Spore Crawler, take it out.
Hydras are beginning to be produced. Now, the problem is that because DeParture lost a lot of drones and Overlords, the Hydras are not in as big of number as you would want them to be. But we do see some timings from Zerg. Protoss ideally should have enough to hold this, especially considering the damage that's already been dealt here by Hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane was thinking about going for those Hydras, but very nicely grouped up was DeParture. Keeping all of those Hydras together, make sure they do not get isolated by the Phoenixes. That's one way to defeat Hydras with Phoenixes. Going to pick up one of these drones. He's denying this the mining of that expansion for a decent amount of time, too.
So the Phoenixes continue to rotate.
Oh,
spotting these over. What?
This is what I'm talking
my
about,
God.
man.
I got to say, this is actually inexcusable. Like, what are those doing there?
That shouldn't be there. There's no point in having them there.
You know what, too, man? If you look on the map in the upper left, there's another one I think these Phoenixes are going to go right into.
Yeah, there is.
If he hits northbound, he might not because he's so focused on the harass here.
It's just one. Yeah.
Can you check how many Overlords were killed here? I think it's at 9.
Let me, hold on one second.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on. We might actually have something more important to talk about. The Hydras and Lings are going to come up here. He's going to try to attack into this. Now, remember, Hydras are not fast, so if you start to lose a battle, you can't run away with them very easily, especially not on Creep. Ravager's morphine. Can DeParture try to come back here with a very unique timing attack? He's nearly maxed out.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge push. This is what we see very often. I mean, 11 lurkers coming in here. This Protoss army a lot of it is in these Phoenixes that, you know, they can help out with the attack, but...
I'm sorry, these are lurkers. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's making lurkers up here. He needs to get pickups that he can on those lurkers. That's what would be ideal. There is an observer over here.
He's going for the Hydras now, and all those lurkers do get a very nice burrow.
Now he needs to combo the Hydras with the lurkers here. And this is pretty scary. Here we go.
He's going to pick up all these lurkers, try to pick up as many as he possibly can.
Not clear how much is actually down there below this. Some decent pickups. More Phoenixes. He needs to do it again. I don't see the observer. Does he have an observer still?
I don't see it. It looks like it's been taken out. The Overseer actually gives him detection for that observer.
Oh, wait, he's got one up here. He's still got one with his army. However, the number of lurkers all bunched together is pretty scary.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's going to be able to deal with that. He doesn't have much of an army at this point. And
he's going to keep pushing.
He's lost that fourth base. He's going to be able to re-burrow these lurkers right at the bottom of this ramp.
I think Protoss might have gotten a little bit too greedy here with this. Now he's coming down here with these Immortals. The problem is the Hydras are actually great against these Immortals if comboed with the lurkers especially. And Zerg again beginning to max out. He's realizing that his lurker numbers are key. The two gateways up here, the obstruction was helpful early on to defend. It's hurtful later on because it doesn't give you a proper arc to try to engage the lurkers and reduce the connected damage from them.
He's going to try to move in here before those other lurkers do more. Look at just how much Zerg there is now. Still nearly maxed out. He's desperately trying to lift up everything, but I don't think he's got enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's losing these remaining Immortals, and the Zealots are never going to do anything against that many lurkers. He might even be able to just in one giant leap pounce on top of this expansion, and that would bring us into Game 5, brother.
Yeah, looks like it's going to happen. Burrowing all the lurkers at the bottom of this ramp.
You know, I think Hurricane played really well, but you got to be careful. I mean, when you get ahead, don't overdo it, because that was the play DeParture needed. By the way, sick macro in general there by DeParture.
Yeah,
a lesser
really
Zerg would not have had have mustered the army necessary to do a counterattack like that.
Yep. So all 7 of us were right in the fact that DeParture does win that one. And man, Protosses are having so much trouble with lurkers right now. You know, I don't think we've seen a Protoss come out here and like do a decent job. They try to go for surrounds and stuff like that, but it doesn't work out when you have like 12, 13 lurkers.
I'm really glad we're going to go to the ace match, though. That's really cool.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see Solar here. I mean, he's pretty much their star player at this point, as he used to be. Had some trouble in the last season of Pro League, but still doing decently himself. But who do you think for MVP Chicken Maru?
Oh, man, I actually don't know. I'm not good at this yet with the ace picks.
Hey, you predicted TY last time.
That was easy. That's like everybody would have predicted.
It's a good start.
But, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'm not used to doing the ace picks here because I know that they're trying to counter pick and snipe. First of all, I think it's incredible that MVP Chicken Maru is holding their own here.
Yeah, they're doing a really nice job.
It's really important to them that they try to pull out a win.
Yeah, they need to get this one. I think you want to send someone out there to counter Solar. That would be my opinion. Not sure who it's going to be, though.
But who could that be?
I really don't know. The map is Prime Terraces.
Yeah, and that's also a map that is pretty tricky against Zergs.
Yeah.
It's been changed just recently. So I think you might be right. I think it would be a wise decision to put Solar out there.
Yeah, it might be like DeParture comes out in a ZVZ. I'm not sure where Solar's ZVZ is at right now, so maybe he tries to do like an aggressive ZVZ build, take him out.
Maybe you take out Seed or something like that. He does some weird, crazy
Seed's
build.
Another guy, I would think. You know, maybe one of those two.
I would say not Gumiho. I think we're just not going to have Hurricane.
Yeah, he was kind of unimpressive today.
Dun 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 dun.
Let's see who's it gonna be.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Jesus and Valdez. Dun dun dun. Oh!
DeParture versus Deer.
Sweet. This is going to be a tough one to call.
Yeah, I actually forgot about Deer.
Yeah, I left him out.
Yeah, we were right about DeParture here. And maybe Deer's the choice to go up against DeParture.
Okay, boys and grills, we are going to the ace match. We got a full set here, 10 games today.
Yeah, a real treat.
Yeah,